Okay. Do you understand the term model? What is meant by model? What is a model?
Sample.
Sample. Okay.
Framework.
Framework. Okay.
Theoretical approach.
Theoretical approach. Okay. So a model can be a framework. It can be a sort of design that basically guide us about to do something. Uh, it gives a picture that what we actually want to do about something. So in technology integration, we have different models that are proposed by different sort of social scientists in different in different years. So here we have almost three models to be discussed with you. So what you may understand what is our technology integration model. So here the very first model is about Valiver's instructional transformation model 1990. So this model was proposed by Valiver in 1990. It is very simple model for the effective integration of technology in the curriculum. Uh, so here we see there are five hierarchical steps or states or stages that are basically proposed by Valiver. So the very first stage is about familiarization. Utilization is the second state. Then we have the third state, integration, and the fourth is reorientation, and the fifth one is the revolution. So here in this slide, we get the meaning of these five states or sort of stages. So at the very first stage, that is about familiarization of the user technology. Okay. So here we see the teachers become aware of technology and its potential uses. So here we just see the teachers is getting awareness about the technologies, and they are getting awareness about the advantage or the benefits of the use of technology in the classroom. So this is only the foremost thing that teachers should acquire certain knowledge or basics of the use of technology and their respective or potential benefits. Or at the second stage, we assume that that is the utilization stage. Here, teachers use technology. The technology is in the hand of teachers, but teachers still facing certain problems, maybe minor problems or other major problems, will cause teacher to do discontinue its usage. So, because technology itself is not easy to use, that requires training and sort of clarification of the concepts related to user technology. So, what if the teacher is using technology a little bit, but still he or she is shy to continue use of technology and facing certain problems that may lead toward discontinuation of the technology again. So here the teacher require help for the effective use of technology. Then at the third stage, when we are providing resistance help and support to the teachers in the classroom teachers, then the third stage is integration. So here you can see that technology becomes essential for the education process, and teachers are constantly thinking of ways to use technology in their classroom. So now we see when we make technology as a part of curriculum, so it becomes essential for everyone to use technology. First, foremost thing. Second thing is that teachers are also consistently and constantly thinking for the effective use of technology in the classroom, that how they can implement technology in the classroom, how they can introduce technology in the classroom. They are doing work on it and uh, giving time for this purpose. Then we have the fourth step is about teachers begin to rethink the educational, that is the reorientation. Teachers begin to rethink the educational goals of the classroom with the use of technology. Here we see uh, that teacher is expert enough in the use of technology, because keep in mind teacher is always a pedagogical leader. He may not be a technological leader, but he's a pedagogical leader. So what he knows very well that how technology can effectively can uh, basically uh, give benefit to the students in the learning process. So as an expert in pedagogy, he better know what subjects or what topics to be introduced with the help of technology at what time. So there's a process of reorientation. So teachers rethink themselves that how the educational goals can better serve with the use of technology in classroom. And the last one is about revolution. It means that technology is being used and implemented in the classroom level on daily basis. So it leads us towards revolution. So the evolving classroom becomes completely integrated with the technology in all subject areas. Technology becomes an invisible tool that is seamlessly woven into the teaching and learning process. So here, when we are using technology on daily basis, we do not think that it is a new thing, because we are using it on daily basis. Students are using it on daily basis. So all of us have become familiar and used to with the use of technology. So that is a revolutionary step, that the use of technology is not a novel thing or a novel action to be performed in the classroom on the part of students and teachers. So it becomes day-to-day activity in the classroom. So these five steps were given by Valiver in 1990. At this time, you can imagine the situation of the availability of the sources and the training level of the teachers and students, because at that time availability of computers and internet and fast internet was not available. So that model was proposed in 1990. So if you have any question, please ask about this model of values. G class. Don't you have any question?
सर सेकंड पॉइंट में यूटिलाइजेशन वाला पॉइंट
देखिए बेटा, यूटिलाइजेशन मीन्स कि टीचर एक थोड़ा कंटेक्स्ट में रखें कि टीचर जो है ही और शी डजंट नो द यूज ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी. Okay, he is just getting information that there is a computer programs or there is a computer that may benefit our students at familiarity level, but at utilization level now technology is available in the school, and the teachers are using technology a little bit, but still, because they are not well trained, they have certain ambiguities, they have certain confusion, they have certain unpreparedness, or have certain attitudes that may lead them to a discontinued use of technology. So they do not use technology anymore in the future. At this stage, we need to guide and train our teachers very well. Okay, any other question, please? So now we have the second model of summer model uh, that was basically presented by Pentadora in 2013. So in summer model, according to summer model, these two dimensions, substitution and augmentations, play an enhancement role in teaching and learning process. So uh, now we see what are these two dimensions of learning. Uh, so here we see that Pentadora 2013 described learning activities that fall within the substitution augmentation classifications are set to enhance learning, while learning activities that fall within the modification and redefinitions classifications are set to transfer learning. So in this model, we will see that how learning is being transformed with the use of this model and through different four stages. Uh, so here we see uh, in the first modification stage, technology allows for the significant task redesign. Then, so these steps we discuss here. Here we see the very first. There are two sort of dimensions: enhancement dimension and transformation dimension. So, according to Pentadora, the very first stage of user technology is the substitution. So here, basically, we replace tools of the existing traditional tool with the new tool of technology. So here we teacher acts as direct tool substitution with no functional change. So technology acts as a direct tool substitution. For example, if someone is using uh, copy or register for writing, for example, and the substitution is there, now we are using MS Word for writing purpose. So that is the substitution of the traditional tool of writing on the register or copy. Now we are moving or shifting towards uh, the substitute, that is in the electronic format, that is the writing on the MS Word or typing on the MS Word. So the second stage of this model is about augmentation. So here technology acts as a direct tool substitution with functional improvement. So here basically we learn how to effectively use MS Word, its different keys, its different functions, and then creating paragraphs or creating headings. So this way we are getting betterment day by day in the use of technological tools that was previously substituted from the traditional tool. So it is related to an enhancement that we have acquired new skills and knowledge related to use of that app that was substituted with the previous traditional app, traditional work or sort of activity. Okay, at the transformation level, the foremost level is modification. So here we see that technology allows for significant task redesign. So it means that you rethink, for example, uh, if you're using MS Word, you are performing certain tasks on MS Word, uh, but now you start using MS PowerPoint. So most of the knowledge or skills that were acquired while using MS Word may be applied in using MS PowerPoint, even in MS Excel also. So that is the modification. If tool is modified, if the tool is changed, then the skills that you have already acquired can be used for the learning of the new app or new sort of software. For example, if you're working on MS Word and you are working on Google Docs, so that is a modification. The tools may be modified, but the task is the same. So you can redesign that task easily on different apps. So then we have redefinition. That is the foremost. That is the last. Sorry, that is the last uh, level of this model. In redefinition, technology allows for the creation of new tasks previously inconceivable. So what you are now doing, you are doing something that was not conceived before, that was not in your mind before, and in the minds of other people also. So you can create different learning activities, you can design different learning tasks, you can design different learning projects. So you redefine everything uh, as a teacher, as expert. So now technology is inside of you, inside of your mind, and it can bring a lot of new ideas that how technology can be effectively used for the teaching learning process in the mind of the teacher. So redefinition is about getting new ideas for the use of technological tasks, preparing sort of different activities for learning with the use of technology. So these are four different steps related to two dimensions of uh, this model of Summer. Uh, Summer stands for substitution, S stands for substitution, A for augmentation, and M for modification, and R for redefinition. हाँ जी, क्लास को समझ आ रही है मैं जो बात आपसे कह रहा हूँ?
Yes, sir.
ये बड़ा अच्छा मॉडल है, इसमें हमें पता चलता है कि हमारा जो टास्क है हम कहाँ खड़े हैं, वेयर वी आर स्टैंडिंग। क्योंकि सबसे फोरमोस्ट थिंग है दैट इज सब्स्टिट्यूशन, कि जो चीज़ पहले हम किसी और तरीके से कर रहे हैं तो अब हम नए तरीके से करेंगे। पहले अगर कोई हम और टूल यूज़ कर रहे हैं तो अब नया टूल आ गया है, तो अब देखें रोज़ ब रोज़ नए टूल्स आ जाते हैं, तो हम बहुत दफ़ा सब्स्टिट्यूशन करते हैं फ्रॉम द टूल टू टूल। इवन लाजमी नहीं कि हर दफ़ा हम ट्रेडिशन से ही हम टेक्नोलॉजी पे आएँ, तो बहुत दफ़ा हम टेक्नोलॉजी सब्स्टिट्यूशन भी करते हैं। तो पहले हम एक ऐप यूज़ कर रहे हैं, फिर दूसरी ऐप पे आ जाते हैं, फिर उसमें हमारी एक्सपर्टीज आ जाती है, उसकी स्किल्स सीख जाते हैं, उसके अंदर शॉर्टकट्स हैं वो सीख जाते हैं, उसके डिफरेंट जो भी स्टेप्स हैं, उसके जो भी फीचर्स हैं उन्हें यूज़ करना शुरू कर लेते हैं। देन द मॉडिफिकेशन, कि हम उसमें जो टास्क हैं उसको आसानी से रीडिज़ाइन कर सकते हैं और उसको किसी और रिलेटेड ऐप्स हैं उसकी जगह परफॉर्म कर सकते हैं। वही काम जो हम वर्ड में बोल्ड कर रहे थे, टैली कर रहे थे, अंडरलाइन कर रहे थे, उसको जस्टिफाई कर रहे थे, जो भी हम सेंट्रलाइज कर रहे थे, जो भी हम अलाइनमेंट कर रहे थे, वही काम हम किसी और ऐप पे जाके करना शुरू कर देते हैं, वही चीज़ हम दूसरी ऐप पे यूज़ करना शुरू कर देते हैं। उसी तरह से रीडेफिनेशन आ जाता है कि हम एक्सपर्ट हो जाते हैं, तो उस ऐप के थ्रू इनकंसीवेबल आइडियाज़ और कंसेप्ट हैं वो इंट्रोड्यूस करवा देते हैं और उस पर काम करना शुरू कर देते हैं। ओके, यहाँ पे एग्जांपल भी दी हुई है सब्सटीट्यूशन में। यहाँ पे जैसे बात की है टीचर एंड स्टूडेंट बोथ बेसिकली यूजिंग पेपर पेंसिल नोटबुक्स, तो उसको हमने क्या किया, सब्सटीट्यूट किया एमएस माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वर्ड के साथ। So now they're using MS Word instead of using paper pencil. Augmentation में हमने देखा that both teachers and students are getting expertise and the knowledge or skills related to use of Microsoft Word. ठीक है, वो spelling and grammar check यूज़ करना सीख रहे हैं, डिक्शनरी यूज़ करना सीख रहे हैं, inserting new images और shapes यूज़ करना सीख रहे हैं, प्रिंटिंग करना सीख रहे हैं। तो ये सारी चीज़ें ऑगमेंटेशन में सेकंड स्टेप में कर रहे हैं। Third step, we can see teachers and students are using Microsoft PowerPoint, and even they are using the same skills on Google Docs. जो भी वो आप बोल्ड कर रहे हैं, टैली कर रहे हैं, जो कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, आप एक नए एनवायरनमेंट में, एक नए ऐप में जाके वही काम कर रहे हैं। Then the redefinition related to Google Docs, where आप इवन ब्लॉग्स पे काम कर रहे हैं, विकीज पे कर रहे हैं, पॉड्स पे ऐसे एक्टिविटी डिज़ाइन कर रहे हैं, प्रोजेक्ट्स डिज़ाइन कर रहे हैं। यानी वो चीज़ें जो पहले इनकंसीवेबल थी, सारे कुछ आपने जहाँ से आपने सफ़र शुरू किया, अब वो एक नई आखिरी मंजिल है जहाँ पे आप आके वो चीज़ें सोच रहे हैं और वो चीज़ें डिज़ाइन कर रहे हैं और बना रहे हैं या करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। ओके, so last model is about TPAC. This model stands for technological pedagogical content knowledge. So it has basically three components that are related to technology, pedagogy, and content. And with a mixture of these three components, we get four more components or constructs that make TPAC. So here we see how. So this model was basically presented by Mishra and Fowler in 2006, and this model suggests the teachers how to use how to integrate technology in teaching learning process, and how to use their technological knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and content knowledge in the synthesized way that build basically TPAC. Uh, there are basically seven constructs or sort of factors that are related to TPAC. Now we see that what are these seven constructs. But keep in mind, students, these seven constructs are made of from three basic components or constructs that are content, because you know people that whatever we are teaching in the classroom, that is a content. Your course books, your sort of notes, whatever you are giving to students, that is a content. Then the pedagogy, the teaching methods, teaching strategies, that is related to pedagogy, that is knowledge about teaching strategies and sort of instructional planning. Then we have technology, that is related to use of different gadgets and tools like computer, mobile, internet. So how this model works basically. So here you see these there are seven constructs. The very first construct is about technological knowledge. So what is this knowledge? Uh, Very simple, knowledge of how to operate computers and relevant software. So simply you have knowledge to use computer or relevant softwares like PowerPoint, Excel, Word, or other apps to be used. Then we have the pedagogical knowledge, that is related to knowledge of how to plan instructions, deliver lessons, manage students, and address individual differences. So this is knowledge about pedagogy. This is knowledge about teaching. That how we, the professional teachers, basically having pedagogical skills and knowledge to deal with the students and to plan the instructions. Then we have the content knowledge, that is related to subject matter, what we are teaching, physics, chemistry, bio, math, English, Urdu, Samia, whatever the subject is. Uh, so this is knowledge about languages and mathematics and science. Okay, with a mixture of these three, we have these rest of the four sort of constructs. The fourth construct is about technological content knowledge, that is made from a mixture of technology and content. Uh, at the last we see that how this mixture is made of. Here, this technological content knowledge is about knowledge of how content can be researched or reached or represented by the digital technology, such as using computer simulation to present and study movement of the Earth's crust. So basically, the purpose of technological content knowledge is that the teacher know how to find out relevant contents uh, of teaching or learning with the help of internet or with the help of different softwares or with the help of different bookish e-bookish knowledge or in e-form slides. So teacher has this basic knowledge of technological content knowledge. Then we have the pedagogical knowledge, content knowledge. As you know that pedagogy is related about teaching. So how to deliver the content in the classroom, that is the that what we are learning here as a uh, prospective teachers. You people are learning pedagogical content knowledge. You are getting expertise in pedagogy. That how can we effectively deliver instruction in the classroom? How can we effectively plan instruction in the classroom? And what type of strategies should be used in the classroom? And what are type of digital tools or sort of all traditional digital tools should be used in the classroom. So this basically concept was first given by Shulman in 1986. Okay, the second last one is about technological pedagogical knowledge. This time we know that how technology can assist us in teaching or delivery of instruction in the classroom. So knowledge of how digital technology can facilitate pedagogical uh, approaches such as asynchronous discussion forum, sports, social reconstruction of knowledge. तो हमने नॉलेज को रिकंस्ट्रक्ट करना है और उसमें हम डिफरेंट टूल यूज़ करते हैं या एसिंक्रोनस हम फॉर्म यूज़ कर रहे हैं लर्निंग की, तो वो कैसे करना है, ठीक है, इवन सिंक्रोनस करना है वो कैसे करना है. Then the technological pedagogical content knowledge, that is actually concept that is produced by mixture of all three basic concepts. So knowledge of facilitating students learning of a specific content through appropriate pedagogy and digital technology. This way we always know that how can we facilitate students learning with the help of appropriate pedagogy, teaching methods and digital technology. And it becomes a easy job for the teacher to use TPAC when he is considering or she is considering TPAC. So here we see the very first component about C, that is the content. The second component is about P, that is pedagogy, and the third component is about T. So mixture of these, you can see the very first mixture here is about here. You can see here the area that is joined by the mixture of C and P. So that become pedagogical content knowledge. So this is a shared area in which teacher and student both basically here, especially teacher, you can see know how to deliver instruction in the classroom because he has acquired knowledge of pedagogy and he also know the content of the teaching also. So he acquired basic skills to deliver instruction in the classroom. The second mixture is about PT, that is about technological pedagogical knowledge. Here you see that how technology can be useful for delivery of instruction in the classroom. So here teacher require knowledge of pedagogy as well as of technology. And mixture of both knowledge makes technological pedagogical knowledge. Then we have a new mixture or shared area that is of C and T, that is technological content knowledge. Here we see that how content can be reached, accessed, searched with the use of technology for the effective delivery because we want to share such kind of content that is quite helpful for the students. Those videos, those sort of pictures, models, whatever we are required, that are beneficial for the students in for their effective learning and concept clarity. And the last one is shared by all these three components, that is about TPAG, that is technological pedagogical knowledge. Here we are using the knowledge of all the three basic components that makes TPAG. So as a teacher, effective teachers use all these three components together uh, to get maximum benefit of use of technology and the acquired pedagogical skills as well as his own expertise in content. So as a whole, we make a teacher that is more expert in using technology with respect to pedagogy and with respect to subject area. So this was all about today's lecture and session. We have discussed about these three models, Valleyverse model, Summer model, and TBX model. Now class, if you have any question, please. Now house is open. If you have any question, please.